This week from the internet, Mattel's Jurassic World exclusive is already feeling the effects of inflation. And this time, it's not about the price. Plus, Tiny Chef canceled. You won't believe the words that came out of that tiny mouth of his. And McDonald's just made shrinkflation adorable by rolling out tiny versions of their whole corporate empire. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast. Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the Tingsboro Trouser Snake. Boston 316 says, I just bought your swing set. Bill!
Hi, everyone. That's right. I bought a swing set. Then I bought another one.
Yeah. And then I bought another one. What? And you don't drink and swing, kids. Don't drink and swing.
No.
Before we get into the show, we need to talk about last week's show because it was a big one. Everyone agrees. Show of the year. Show of the 5 years or so. Oh, there it is.
We're back.
I wonder if it'll be the same. It's not a bottle of wine.
It won't hit.
Normal...
It won't be the same energy. But I still have the red right next to me. But we're not gonna.
There you go. In case of emergency, break that one out.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, was that bottle of wine the only alcohol consumed last week?
That night?
Yeah, that night.
Yeah.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Someone thought maybe you had done a little pre-gaming
No.
to warm up. No, that was it. Okay.
I was as
All
sober
right.
as... Well, wait. Let's think.
Stone cold sober.
Did I have a beer before?
Well, listen, if you can't remember, then we're gonna default to yes. You probably.
I remember
the
next day was regrettable.
Well, sure. I said you have to suffer for your art. That's how it works.
Oh, it was just a day's worth of suffering.
That's okay. It's not like that time you had pneumonia and you were inches from death.
That's true.
Remember that? Those were the good times.
Yeah, I do.
No. So we'll see how this show goes. It probably won't be as crazy. Who knows? It might be. We got some crazy stuff to talk about. Let's not bury the lead here. Let's talk about it. Tell us what you acquired this weekend.
Yeah. So I was on my email and there was a link to an estate sale. And I clicked the link. I go through the pages of pictures and I'm like, oh, it's just tools, general household items. And then there's a shot for the outside. And the outside, I don't think many people recognize this thing outside of collecting in like Star Wars. But it was the Imperial, what was it? The Scout Walker Command Tower.
Yeah, I'm going to play your video as we
I made a video, too. That's how great it was.
You made a video, yeah.
I made a video.
There's your son on the speeder bike swing. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
So now the owners, added a slide. The slide did not come stock.
It didn't come stock, but from what I'm learning, you could get it in 4 different varieties. So you could buy that is the slide that is intentional for that.
Okay. That's cool.
Yes.
Is it themed as well?
It is not themed. It's just a 7-foot slide.
It's just a slide.
No, that would be great.
So the structure itself, I'm going to skip ahead here in the video so we can see the actual thing. Yeah. What is it supposed to represent? Is it supposed to be like an AT-ST or is it just like a bunker from Jedi?
I think it's supposed to be a bunker. And inside of it is a console. Bunker. But it also looks like it kind of looks like an AT-AT command pod or whatever you want to call it.
Like the inside looks like the inside of the
I don't know,
AT-AT?
it's just the general shape. I don't know, the general shape of it.
Just squarish.
Square.
Does it have
right.
Does it have sounds? I was reading that it had a sound.
It has
feature.
sounds. I haven't kind of delved that deep into whether or not the sounds work. Yeah.
Sound stuff on outside toys seems risky.
Right.
Well,
this was fun. So yesterday we went down. We're recording on Sunday because you had internet issues or whatever it was. Riverside had
the issues.
Night.
It turns out it wasn't even me. It was the service.
My son and I went down to see this, and we were like, "Well, I can fit it in my car," and I should always tell myself, never take the kid with you if you intend on getting something done, because it won't get done.
No.
So we get there, I'm excited, I see the size of it, and I'm like, there's no way, so let's just take some pictures and we'll figure it out. So I'm looking at it, I'm brainstorming. Okay. The footings were cemented in to the ground. So that
to make it nice and
led
sturdy.
to the longevity of this piece. You can see my son there rocking on the thing. It's not moving one bit. So they had that cemented down 2 feet into the ground. And then it was in the woods, so it was protected from a lot of the elements. So in rather decent shape.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I kind of left it. I was like, no cracks, nothing.
That's amazing.
Just sticker wear, but you can still make out the word
stickers?
Star Wars.
I could see something
that one right there on the top tells you what it is.
Yeah.
There's stickers on the side of the speeder bike. But yeah, we were, I left, I was like, it'd be really cool to do it. I didn't come as prepared as I wanted to. And I was like, they wanted $50 for it.
The $50. Now,
$50.
There's one on eBay, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know the condition. I feel like it's not mint, and they want $2,000 for it.
They want $2,000.
It doesn't even have the slide. It doesn't even have the slide.
Yeah.
No.
So I was like, talk me out of it. To tell my wife, I'm like, hey, don't
talk you out of it.
Tell me I don't need this, because I was like thinking to myself. I emailed the woman who was running the estate sale back. I was like, sorry that I wasn't committed to it. I go, because someone else behind was like, oh yeah, I'll pick it up, but then they found out that it was also cemented in. And so I emailed her and I said, hey, thank you so much for the opportunity of answering me and letting me, at least see this thing. Yeah. She's probably thinking I'm some crazy person and like being like, what the hell is this dude thanking me for coming to see the playground equipment? Great.
Yeah. She had no idea. She didn't even know it was Star Wars. Like,
no, they had it.
Do you know the story of how she got it?
Well, so the way estate sales run, they go in and they just represent the owner of the house. So she's a third party liquidating the physical assets of the house.
Gotcha. So she has no idea.
So
the
she had no
idea
of it. No. So they called it Tall Slide, was what it was.
Tall slide.
And I didn't make any, I didn't pull any assumptions like I did with, the firehouse or anything like that. I asked what the value was.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't make up my own value. I was like, how much are you getting for it? And they said $50. And I was like, okay. And they're like, if we come back again, we'll knock a couple bucks off. So I emailed her last night. She got back. She says, hey, I'm meeting with the owner and the people that do the final clean out. So they buy everything for a fixed price, and then they just clean out the rest.
Sure.
And she's like, I'll be there between 1 and 1:30 with the owner. So I get there, I'm like thinking to myself, it's probably 12 o'clock today, and I'm like, oh, what do you think, wife? Do you think I need it? She's like, you don't need it, but I don't really want to hear you listening about what could have been. So go take your dad and go with you. So I call my parents up. I go, you want to take a ride up to New Hampshire and check this thing out? We have this amount of time. So we drive up. We pull into the driveway. The owner of the house is still there. She's a nice elderly woman in her mid-80s. And she goes, I go, hey, how you doing? I talked to the estate sale rep yesterday and today. I was very interested in the play structure. Would you be willing to sell it? And she's like, yes, of course I would. I was hoping it would go to the family that bought the house, but they don't have kids and they don't want it. And I was like, well, I got 2 kids.
There you go.
And she was like, well, how's 45 sound? And I was like, here's $45. And I was like, do I have permission? I go, do I have permission to stay on the property after you all leave and break it down? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. And that's all I needed. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So my dad and I ripped it apart, took pictures.
How'd you get it out of the ground?
That was the challenging part. I came back up and dug it out and then just kind of like twisted the supports and they kind of came out of the concrete. So it was all good.
They broke out. That's good.
Yeah.
So there's just like 4 lumps of concrete in the backyard now.
Well, they're underneath the ground.
Well, of course,
so
but it's just
you can't tell that they're there. So there's 4 lumps. But how exciting!
It's seriously. This is one of those things that you don't really think it exists. Like you see the advertisement for it. Like somebody posted that this is something like Dinosaur Dracula has a picture of, but nobody's ever seen this in person. Yeah, this is amazing. The speeder bike. I sent
you a photo of me riding on it today. It's great.
Yeah.
So much fun.
God, so funny. Thank you for documenting that too. I don't think people would have believed.
Welcome. I'm glad I
lives
did
at
a
your
good
house
job.
now.
It's at my house. It's in my blueberry bushes right now.
Yeah.
I sent you a photo of it. It's
God.
canopied up in my blueberry bushes.
Are you gonna make? So this sort of represents the Empire side of things. Do you need to make like an Ewok village now to oppose it?
You know what's funny about that is that last year my kids made like a little tree house on the opposite side of the yard, and it's just a bunch of sticks in like a tent shape. But there we go. We're all set.
There you go. Have your battle.
Have the battle.
That's so funny. Now, if somebody came to you and offered you money,
they can have it.
Would you be willing? They could have it. You're not attached.
I'm not attached.
I
bought it.
I bought it
to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Yep. So, if anyone out there in the Massachusetts area, like Bill does not live down here in Florida with me. He lives in Massachusetts. No. Reach out to Bill. Keep in mind, the one on eBay is going for $2,000, and it doesn't have the slide, and I think it's cracked. This one is minty mint. Well, not minty mint, but
mint enough.
Considering what year 84 this came out. This
came out in 84.
This is as old as we are. If it came out in January. Yeah, that's wild.
The woman was like, "I'm sad to see it go. It's been in the ground for 40 years." And I was like, "Ma'am, you're right. You're right on the money there. It has been."
Yeah. Now, here's a question. She had this. Do you think she had some other Star Wars stuff? Like, this is a pretty hardcore Star Wars thing to buy.
So, and I don't want to get into aging or anything like that. So this woman that I purchased it from and I met, she was 85. So back in 84, she was 45.
Sure.
So I'm thinking, do you think she really bought this for her kids, or do you think she bought it for like grandkids?
Well, even so, if she bought it for grandkids, there's still.
That's what my thought was, and the
stuff.
funny joke was my mom. So my mom came and like took a bunch of those photos of my dad and I today, breaking down the whole structure, and she said, I wonder what's on the top of that canopy, like on the very top of it. And I said, wouldn't it be hilarious if I like took it off and there was like an action figure up there? Yeah. There were no action figures. It was just a lot of pine cones.
Hidey hole. Oh,
right?
That would have been.
I was expecting like a He-Man or like a yak face. I was like a yak face, but I held up a pine cone. So
it's like when Ralph Wiggum has the diorama and it's the punch cards of Star Wars. Like, oh my god, that might work. Well, that's amazing. I hope that people appreciate this because it's.
I hope so too.
One of those once in a lifetime things. Like you just don't like these things don't survive, and I don't think any company is gonna recreate this. Like, no, it looks kind of scary. It's just up real high on these thin legs. Like, I don't think anyone's making stuff like this anymore.
And I think it's to their credit that. The way they put it into the ground and everything is the only reason it did survive.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Because no trees fell on it. You can imagine a tree falls on this thing, it's done.
I'm just surprised, like, through all the snow and everything.
Yeah.
Like, is as good as. But hey, it's meant to be. So
yes,
we'll see.
Went to the right guy. So yeah, I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to enjoy it for the season, and then like you said, if anyone's interested in purchasing down the road,
anyone would like it,
shoot us a line.
That's right. I get a finder's fee, but that's okay. Very good. So we'll have some more. Follow us on the socials, Instagram. What other ones are there? TikTok, maybe. You can follow us on Blue Sky. Follow me on Blue Sky at This Guy Collects. That's what I'm looking at right now. So you can see that video on our YouTube page right now. All right. You want to go into our hooks, and then we can really start things off?
Yeah, let's do our hooks. Yes.
All right. Did you get a chance to look over these?
I did.
Okay. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Weekend Update on SNL, but they do this thing, the final show of the season, where they write jokes for each other and they read them sight unseen, and they try to say the worst stuff possible. So I sort of gave you the worst one, so I'm very curious to see how you read them. So it's just for my own amusement. All right, here we go. Starting it off. Mattel's Jurassic World exclusive is already feeling the effects of inflation. And this time, it's not about the price. Okay.
And the Simpsons just killed off Marge. That's horrible, especially since I had Maggie in the death pool.
I added and to all the top of these. Just mentally delete and, because that's for how I do the top of the show, so I should have.
Oh,
but yeah.
Should I do it again?
So actually, say that one more time. Start out with the Simpsons just killed off.
Okay. The Simpsons just killed off Marge, and that's horrible, especially since I had Maggie in the death pool.
There you go. That's what I wanted. Okay, very good. Okay. Tiny Chef canceled. You won't believe the words that came out of that tiny mouth of his.
Oh, poor Tiny Chef. The police officer vanishes from Hasbro's G.I. Joe classified lineup. Let's see how they like it.
Let's see how they like it. See, how can you hate hooks? This is good. All right. Mattel seems hell-bent on proving fans can see John Cena by releasing every imaginable version of him as an action figure. I didn't like that one. That's fine. We're going to move on. All right, so that was hooks. That's a new twist to hooks to try to get Bill to say something that will get in trouble in some way or something. All right. Top story of the week. I don't know. Nothing. You know what? They're not really a top story. I'm going to show a little show and tell. So we've been talking about Super 7's 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a long, long time. They started trickling out if you bought them through Entertainment Earth or Super 7 last month or so. I got mine on Amazon, and I finally got them. And oh my God, they are beautiful. Look at these friends. Can you see it? There it is. This is Donatello, obviously. Now, I've been seeing some negative comments about these, and I do not understand, because these look beautiful. These are just so perfect to the artwork. Now, again, the artwork on the box is not the artwork from the actual cartoon. So the fact that the toy does not look like the artwork on the box is actually correct. It's not supposed to look like this. This is just what they created for marketing purposes. And I don't know why it's not exact, but that's the way it is. I have not opened these yet. I want to do a proper unboxing. I feel like these deserve it. Also, I would like Super 7 to just send me the next set for free so I don't have to pay for them. So that was Donatello. Here's my favorite, Raphael. Now, one thing that people have been talking about with Raphael is that the sides seem a little small. So what I want to do is go back to the actual show and see if that is the case, because they do kind of look small. But again, if you're just comparing it to the artwork on the box, these are ridiculously oversized. That's not what it looked like in the show. So it may be completely correct, but they do look a little tiny.
They look kind of chunky.
The actual turtles? Yeah, they are.
No,
very chunky.
the size.
The size? They look chunky?
I don't know.
No, they're like thin.
Oh.
You see them? Don't they look thin?
Camera
Maybe the
adds
handles?
10 pounds. Okay.
The camera does add 10 pounds, you're right.
Yeah.
Michelangelo with the spinning nunchuck effect. Very fun. I'm excited. I like the alternate head for that one, the tongue sticking out. And then everyone's least favorite turtle.
With the exception of my son.
Oh, he'll learn. Someday.
Yeah,
Someday he'll learn that
big-time
Leonardo
Leo.
is the worst.
Big time Leo fan.
So that's that. So I'm going to open those up. Like I said, do a proper unboxing. Now I've sort of figured out how to do photos where I set up this green screen. If you've been following my eBay auctions, you can see that's what I've been doing. I'm pretty happy with that. While we're talking about eBay, when I first started talking about eBay, I was saying, no one's really buying my stuff. It's not going well. Well, that's all changed. It's going very well now. I'm getting lots of people buying stuff. This one guy reached out and he gave me his Instagram handle, which if you sell on eBay, you know that means contact me so I can sell outside of eBay so I don't have to pay those fees. So I sold off those Stranger Thing Ghostbusters. Now, did you send those to me originally?
I did.
Yeah, okay, because I showed you the picture of me shipping them out and you said something about it. I was like, oh, did he send those to me?
I did.
But you didn't send them to me in the box, right? They were open?
No, you said open them and send them as
so it was cheaper. So I never had them in the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you don't get a cut of it. That's not how that works. I'm keeping all of my. Those were fun figures. I wondered they weren't. I don't know what that set cost originally. Like $50 maybe.
Around there.
There's four guys. Yeah. It was on clearance, like
GameStop.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
GameStop had it for real cheap clearance at one point. It's
right.
I sold it for like $50.
Yeah. There we
right.
go.
Yeah. So there you go. But that was my first sell outside of eBay. So I was trying to think of like something like an incentive for people to contact me to sell outside of eBay, so I can save those fees and then they can save fees. And I'll cut them a little bit of a deal because I'm not losing money in eBay fees. So what I've decided to do is if you buy something from me, like through Instagram or just outside of eBay, I will send you a little extra that I am calling a reluctant relic. So what this is a little baggie with something from my personal collection.
Ooh,
so in
curated.
theory, if you buy enough things from me, you can recreate my entire existence. So these are just examples of some things that I might. So that was a power coin because I had like extra coins from the Power Morpher for some reason. Here's my selfie series head. Maybe that'll go out to somebody. I'm not saying that these are going to go out. These are just examples. Here's a little bowl of coleslaw from the KFC mini brands. That could go. That could be going on. Here's the mini brands Raphael. That definitely can go out to somebody. And then you mentioned earlier about killing Maggie. So here's Maggie in a little baggie. She definitely can't breathe in there. So somebody please save her. So that's just a little to sweeten the pot a little bit of an incentive to reach out.
Oh, that's fun.
So go ahead, go on eBay, search Toy Sailboat, Sale SALE. See what's on there. If you don't like the prices, again, I do list high because I want people to make me best offers. So reach out. Let's make a deal.
I'm a week away from joining you. A week away, and then that will be
there thing. It is. It's so fun. I love because like I'll check my email anytime. Like the email app says I have a new email. I'll check it. And I'm like, please, I want to see the little like eBay icon that they use. It's like you've got an offer. I'm like, oh, I love it. And then I'll be like, yes, I'll take that. Or like, no, I need more money,
more.
So I've been sending out lots of stuff. It's been fun.
Good.
Let's see. Oh, speaking of that, I was going through so something I've been doing is I have like a bunch of loose accessories, as you can see here. And I've been using Google reverse image search to figure out to whom they belong. So this thing right here, do you know what this is? I have it right here.
Is that something from He-Man?
It is from He-Man. It was like sold by itself. It's called Mega Laser or something.
They had like these battle packs.
Yeah, that was very big back then. Like G.I. Joe would do it. It still works.
Right.
You can hear it. It's awful.
In addition to, of course, yeah.
That classic
I think I have
sound.
the same thing. I have the same thing.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I don't know what that is. So Google told me. Now this one, let me see if I can pull it up as the laser just goes on forever. Okay. I have to throw this away. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. So this is an axe, and then if you see on camera here, this is the axe, and it's in this like, I thought maybe this was Fakor's collar. It's orange, like Fakor or Faker, however you pronounce that, like He-Man stuff. But this is not technically from He-Man, but it's from like a He-Man / Battle Cats. What is it? Not like Lion-O and the Thundercats. Excuse me, like a Thundercats ripoff. That I vaguely remember having. These apparently are called Super Ninjas. Do you have any recollection of owning these?
I don't. I mean, you and I were both young when Masters of the Universe came out, and it didn't really, all the knockoff stuff, everything didn't really hit us as it hit everyone. Like Galaxy Warriors and all that crap didn't hit us. We didn't get it.
So I don't know if I got this at a yard sale or like secondhand or something, or like I do remember going to like drugstores and they would have toys. Like I remember getting like army ants at a drugstore. So I don't know, but allegedly, according to the fact that I own this accessory, here's the guy right in the middle there. I might have had that toy. And you can see there's this other scale, looks very much like a He-Man body, but like with longer legs. If you told He-Man to stop squatting and stand up straight, I think that's actually a better figure.
Would be. Yeah, okay.
That's what they would be like. Let's see, what are the other ones did I have? Do you know what this is?
That goes to a Ghostbusters vehicle.
It does. It goes the Ecto 3, one of the pedals.
Yes.
Or like the
it's
back
like one of the it's like their go-kart, right?
Right, it's like a little go-kart with the big fly swatters.
Yeah.
And then this one, do you know what this is?
I don't.
This is from Brave Star. One of the characters in Brave Star had this. I had a few Brave Star things. I really liked that figure. It was very articulated, which was rare.
Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed
especially
Brave
at that
Star.
scale.
It's
Brave Star was really fun.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything Brave Star.
And then finally, if you can look on camera, do you know what this is? I'll hold it up so you can see it.
No, what is that?
No, this is apparently from Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos or whatever that line.
Eclectic
I know.
Line of 80s stuff.
But here's the thing, I don't know where those figures are. Like I just have the accessories left over for some reason.
That's
it's
odd.
So weird.
That's like the opposite thing that happened to most collectors. Is like they lose the accessories and they keep the figure.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Here you are. You're like, oh, I got all the.
So
I bet you sold them at a yard sale.
I didn't do too many yard sales. I didn't like selling that way. But if I can't couple these up with the figures, these are some reluctant relics. So you might get this in your box if you buy something from me. You never know.
Muffler.
Yeah, that's right. No, I must have that somewhere. All the Ghostbusters stuff I kept. I have a box. Actually, I have a box of them. I wonder if that's in there. I bet that is in there. That's a good thought. I gotta go check that. The big find in all my random toy totes, this guy right here. Now, this is a Dragon Ball Z character, and I know nothing about Dragon Ball Z, but I did go to Toy Fair for a couple years, and then another year I was working for a company that went, and they like gave me some swag as like a thank you. This was when Jakks Pacific was making Dragon Ball Z toys. They might still be making them. I actually have no idea. If you look on his leg there, it has a stamp. 1 of 100. Only 100 of these exist. Now, this came as part of a 2-pack that was carded, and I don't know why I would have opened it, but I apparently did. So there's another figure out there that maybe it's somewhere in these totes. I got to look for him. But I went on eBay. There was only one auction for the 2-pack, unopened. But it was weird because it said looking to buy in the title. So I don't think the person actually has it for sale. I think they're like reversed using eBay in the reverse intention.
Oh, that's odd.
The opposite of the way it's intended.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know why people would be searching for things that well, I guess maybe if you're selling it. So the eBay auction for the 2-pack that doesn't exist, $1,500 the guy put on there. So I listed mine for $500, and there have been a lot of people that are watching it that have looked at it. I had a few people reach out, especially asking me if I have the other figure, and I'm like, I need to find that other figure. But right now, he's just out there, and like, I gotta clean him up. I just took this picture so I could, use Google to find him. He's not even like cleaned up. If you really zoom in, he's got like, dust and debris on him. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm just gonna list that and see. Here's another one. Do you know what this purple bat-shaped thing is?
Is that like a bat bomb for something?
So there was, for one of the Batman lines, I think one of the movie lines, probably Returns, he had like a motorcycle with bat wings that would pop out, and this was like not a detonator, but like something with a D, and it would just fall like a missile.
Defibrillator.
It is something like, it's like, I know it's like to knock out. I can't remember what it is. So I have this, but I don't have the bat. So again, either I'll sell this by itself, or it'll be a reluctant relic. So if you really want that, and then I have no idea how I ended up with these. What is this from Japan? These metal robots.
These like Shogun.
Shogun Warriors. That's what it is. So these are two little metal guys.
Oh, they're metal.
That are from. They're metal, yeah, or die-cast, or if that is metal. And they're from, according to what I read, they're from the 70s. Like, I obviously was not alive then. I did not live in Japan at any point. I don't know. I don't know how I came to own this stuff. It must be from yard sales and stuff. So the mystery continues, but it's been actually a lot of fun going through all the toys and like trying to match everything up. It's like, I haven't really thought about these old toys and stuff. So this is like a fun way to do it. Like once I don't know if I'll ever sell through everything I'm trying to sell, but like I'm going to have to go out and buy new stuff to sell. Like this will be like my new second career, being not a flipper. It's like old stuff. What do you call those people who sell, like buy and resell old stuff? Dan Larson. That's what he did.
That's what he does. A lot of people do that. I mean,
that's like how he got into everything.
Dealers. They're just like antique toy dealers, vintage toy dealers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a vintage toy dealer. That's my future career. So that's very fun. All right, I think that's a good place to stop. Did you have anything else you want to talk about before the break?
No, I think we're good. I
think we're good. All right,
when
we get back,
I can leave for the rest.
The rest of the story. We'll be right back. So this week, Mattel showed off 3 of their upcoming San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and I think the one that's caught the most attention is this Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex Convention Crasher box set. Oh, I had not seen the price until now. $85. Goodness.
Oof.
But you get the full-size Hammond Collection Rex painted in green.
Yep, the Bull Rex. It's the Lost World.
So from Jurassic Park.
People have been asking for. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
This is the one that the guy wants. This is his payment. He wants to go hunt a bull. The male.
Yes,
it must be a male.
This is a fan-demanded figure.
A fan-manded? This is a fan demand.
Demanded. Fandango.
That guy's still out there. Packaging, very cool. What you actually get is, I guess it doesn't really show here. You get
there's a lot.
The Hammond
you get
Collection
that.
Rex.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
But you get the guy dressed up like the inflatable T-Rex that everyone was wearing for Halloween.
Right. But
you get a couple
interchangeable
of heads.
faceplate. Yes.
Right. So you have like the female and the male. Yeah. So you get a little variety there. That's
all these other figures are extra. That's the thing.
Right. The extra figures were just used for the scene. Those don't come with it. Yeah. But you do get the fabric backpack, which I always think this is weird. Like NECA's done this a few times with like Gizmo. He came with the fabric backpack, like convention bag.
Right.
Never really does.
Sure, Elf has a fabric bag.
I'm sure Elf has a fabric bag.
I have a
have they announced an Elf yet?
From our friend.
Oh, that's right,
Little Stevie.
Little Stevie sent you one. Yeah. Is it Little Steve? Yeah, it's Little Steve, not Stevie.
Is that it? Is that all you get in there? You get the 2 things?
You get the banner. Look at banner.
Do you get the banner? Is that a fabric? It must be like
some kind of banner. When fans ruled the earth, not when dinosaurs, but when fans.
When fans. How much is this? If you bought this, like we bought it on the Target sale for like $10 or something. So.
Well, is that the Hammond? That's a Hammond Rex. So let's call it 45.
Yeah. All right, 45. And then this guy.
And 20 for the figure. Call it 15 to 20. 20.
Yeah.
Pushing it.
The box. Yeah, the box is nice, I guess. Big
the
box.
box.
Seems like a lot, but.
Right. For something that never happened.
You know how it is.
But, yeah.
What is this center? Is this...
I think it's supposed to be the convention center.
Oh, like the actual San Diego Comic-Con Convention Center? Like that's what it looks like? That's cute. All right. I appreciate that. That's nice. I do think this is... I mean, we talk about what the perfect convention exclusive is. And I think this is probably it. Because it's about the convention... But usually we say it's like something you don't need. Well, I guess people, if they've been demanding the green Rex, they probably do need it.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll probably release it another
way.
It.
It's gonna be there. You're just not gonna get the little dino dude.
Right. Which I think people will be okay with. It's funny because it's like
he's not
they
accurate.
can't do the costume exactly. Because I don't know who makes that. Maybe Rubies. So like NECA could maybe make it perfectly.
Yeah.
So if you put it side by side with the actual costume, it's not 100%. But like everybody knows
not one bit.
Everybody. Yeah. Although, how would these legs are way too spread apart for his human legs to be in there. That doesn't actually make any sense. Is this a reused body? Is this like from a kid's line or something?
I don't think so. I think that's a new sculpt.
Because it doesn't actually make any sense that it would be like that. I need to see like let me use AI to make it like what his legs would look like in there. Like he's got like huge legs.
Oh, let's talk
He-Man's
about
legs in
AI
there.
real quick and then see if this is
Let's
normal.
talk about
so
AI. All right.
I sent you a photo of my dad pushing me on that speeder bike as like a joke.
Right. Yeah.
And I went into ChatGPT and I said, make this image into a poster. And it had like copyright issues attached to it. And I managed to get one poster out of it, and it said, I'll send it to you, but like above it, I said, make it into a sci-fi poster. So it just took the general photo and it called it Space Prison.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then I said, no, make it more like Star Wars.
Space Prison.
And it came back with, no, you've asked for too many photos.
Because you're on the free plan. Yeah.
Right. And then it said, well, here's the kicker. Please wait 720 hours.
What is that in days? That's too many.
No, because usually it's just 24 hours. 720. Please wait 720 hours.
We need you to really think this one over. Is this definitely something you want to see rendered in AI? Please wait 700 hours. That's too long.
I'm just confused as to why it gave me, because usually it's just please wait 24 hours.
Maybe it's a busy time for
720
AI.
hours.
Everybody's on chat. Is it finals time? Or everybody's trying to get their finals in before
They
July
don't want
4th?
you to. They don't want you to do anything, so they're giving you like crazy limits.
No. Maybe too many people bought the paid for version, so it's like all you freebie users. Like we really got to space it out.
Sure.
Sorry.
100%. Yeah.
So this is fun. I will not be picking this up, but you've been buying a lot of the Jurassic World exclusives historically.
Yeah. No, I skipped last year's. It didn't really.
No.
It didn't really
last year's
hit for me. I think last year's was Dr. Wu and Mr. DNA.
Oh, Mr. DNA. That's got to be up there, like on clearance. They got to have that one.
I didn't care for the sculpt on Dr. Wu. I didn't think it was like a lab coat, but it wasn't like you and I argued about whether or not it was accurate.
Right. If he wore a lab coat at all.
Right.
I remember that. Yeah.
So was it lab coat or was it like they were like a sanitary like white
yes.
outfit, like a full on like outfit, like a sanitation outfit,
like a clean suit.
Clean suit, yes.
All right, I'm looking at it here.
Which I think we came to the conclusion that he wasn't wearing a lab coat.
No, it's not a lab coat. I don't know why we ever thought that. Maybe that we only saw.
But it didn't translate well, so I didn't pick it up. I skipped it. I'm going to skip this too. I'm not excited.
Yeah, this one's really fun. I would buy this if it was cheaper.
If it was in the store, sure, I'd buy it.
I would wait for it to be on clearance because there's just no reason to buy anything at full price anymore. But yeah, very fun. I hope it does fine. I was going to say something else about this, but I'm still salty that they canceled the Amber collection before we got the 2 kids. So I'm not buying any of this shit. Hammond collection, the fuck? Crowdfund an Amber collection T-Rex 1-to-1. I mean, not 1-to-1. 112, I guess, is that scale. How big would that be?
Yeah.
They can do if the 4 horsemen can make a dragon, Mattel can make a T-Rex. Come on. Now's the time.
Come on, people.
The other San Diego exclusive they showed off was Skeletor? Who is this? It's Skella Shredder. So this is from the Motu TMNT crossover, which is, I guess, still going, even though those figures have been clearanced out at Target. It's a fun little throne diorama. He's got some flags.
Sure.
It's cute. It's fine. It's whatever. Not for me. I don't care. How much is this one? 45. I guess that's a little more reasonable. It still seems like a lot.
It's 20 for the figure, 25 for the throne. I mean, I don't know. You get different paint apps.
Are those figures only 20? I feel like they're a little more, but everything.
They could be 24 at this point. I don't know.
Yeah,
I dropped off. I couldn't find that. Moss Man, and that just ruined the whole line for me.
I know. Well, these are starting to show up at Ross. The TMNT MO2U Motu, the Motu TMNT figures. But the weird thing is, they are a little bit more than these are $12.99, but then the normal Motu cartoon figures are only $5. And then they're doing the same with Marvel Legends. There's a Spider-Man figure, one of the villains, Flat Top or whatever, and he's under $6. But then there's an Iron Man or a Marvel Legends from another line that's a more mainstream character, and it's $12. So I don't know what Ross is playing games now. Ross thinks they're so smart. They're trying to outsmart the collectors. They're we're gonna charge more for the stuff people really want. No, Ross, you're gonna ruin it. You're ruining it for everybody.
That's how Newberry Comics works up here. They find the short pack and they.
Do they have dynamic pricing where it's if there's one left, they'll jack up the price?
They have a price situation. I mean, Newberry Comics is totally regional to just up here. But they have it in such a way where if it's one item per case, that one commands the premium. Right,
I do remember that. That was always annoying.
It was odd. You're what?
It is so odd. And I guess, it's their prerogative, their store. But nobody else is doing that. So it really stands out. Finally, the last Mattel exclusive, at least for these action figure lines, was John Cena. Another John Cena, and so first of all, the packaging is a callback to the very first series of Elite figures back 15 years ago or something crazy like that. And I think John Cena was in that set. He might have actually been in the basic set. So that's cool. He comes with maybe all the belts that he's held. He was never tag champ. That's weird. So he comes with 5 belts, which, great. That's fine. 4 heads, a bunch of hands, soft goods t-shirt, his stupid chain gang medallion, some hats. Now, last year, Mattel, for their Comic-Con exclusive, it was a Shawn Michaels from the Iron Man match, an Ultimate figure. I'm actually not sure. Oh, it is Ultimate. Okay. I was we can't even tell if this is an Ultimate figure because you can't see the torso, but it says Ultimate here. Last year, Shawn Michaels, apparently that figure was because something else fell through, they slotted that in there. That wasn't the original idea for the Comic-Con exclusive, because it's they've done more Muhammad Ali they did one year, more mainstream. They're not just trying to attract wrestling fans to their booth. They're trying to be more mainstream. So John Cena, I mean, this is, if they're gonna do a John Cena, this is the time because this is his last year, and it's everything is John Cena right now. But it's like a little bit too much because the only thing different from one figure to the next is the T-shirt. Like John Cena looks like John Cena. Maybe his jorts are black instead of blue, but he looks the same. So I guess this is like a cool thing to commemorate the end of it, but as a Comic-Con exclusive, it's kind of lame. I don't know if he's gonna be there. Maybe we can get it signed. But that Shawn Michaels exclusive from last year ended up at Ross, and I would not be surprised if the same fate befell this John Cena, because it's not even the best John Cena they've done.
Yeah, but you get all those belts.
You get lots of belts. But if you're buying this, you're probably not opening it. Like this is usually that's how it works with these. Like the packaging is so nice, you keep it in there. But they decided to go this way. We'll see. I guess it doesn't matter. It is what it is. But maybe it'll be easier for people who want to get it. I don't care, so not something I have to worry about. Good for me. Let's see what else we got. All right, I wanted to get your opinion on this. Big Bad Toy Store, they are selling an acrylic version of their logo. You can get either an 18-inch or 12-inch. Now, I was trying to think this through. I was like, okay, well, I own Jeffrey the Giraffe toys. I probably would love to have a Toys R Us sign. So maybe this isn't weird, but to me, I feel like, do people really have like such an affinity for Big Bad Toy Store that they would want to display the logo?
It's an odd take
home?
Because it's like, it's like the whole idea is like if you're getting something from Toys R Us, you were physically there. You're not physically at.
That's true.
Big Bad Toy Store.
That's a good point.
So you don't have that attachment to it. Like I have just like a banner, like this little like side panel of Jeffrey Giraffe from when they were going out of business, and that means the world to me because it just kind of like puts me right there. What I was doing, who I was with, and everything like that. This is just like free marketing for Big Bad Toy Store. Oh, where'd you get that toy? Well, Big Bad Toy Store. Oh, can I go there? No, it's online. Oh,
no,
okay.
You can't go there.
I've never been there.
Have you heard of Pile of Loot? No. Well, it's a thing they do. People like it because you don't have to pay for shipping, but you don't get your toys right away. This kind of just seems like they wanted some to give out as Christmas presents to like the office, and they bought too many by mistake. And they're like, well, let's just try to sell them and see if people would buy them.
Sell them, sure.
Maybe it's print on demand, but
I don't know. I feel like it's
an
odd thing.
It's odd, right?
It's odd, because I don't think of it as I don't think of it as a physical store. It's it's like me that's branding something for Amazon and being like, here's my.
I don't have an
logo.
Amazon. I shop at Amazon probably more than I should, and I don't have an Amazon sign in my home. I don't have those little tap buttons. They still do that. You have the little button that you would tap if you run out of.
Oh, I don't know if they do. I think that was like a failed thing.
The buttons. Yeah, I mean, like that's awful. I don't want to order things that like I don't know if it worked or like a kid could hit it a million times. The kid hit it 8 times. Why do I have all this depends? Damn it, kid. Why do I have any depends?
Wait, why did I have any depends? That's a
why
good
did I have any
question, too.
Well, it depends. So that's weird. I don't know if I have a picture for this, but I do want to talk about it because we put it in our hooks. Oh, here it is. The Simpsons killed off Marge. Did this episode already air?
I think this was their season finale.
Oh, okay. Did you watch it?
Yeah. No, I haven't watched The Simpsons in a while. I watched last year's season finale because it was interesting.
Right. They did. What did they do? A reset?
Yeah, they did like they kind of made sense as to why The Simpsons never age, and it's like there's a reset every. Gotcha. Like Bart's birthday resets the timeline, and that made sense. I was like, oh, I never thought of it that way.
I do appreciate that they're especially in like the finale, they're trying to do something to get some mainstream attention.
Yeah, but
I don't know because then the writers are like, oh, it's not canon. I was like, okay, so this is just like a what if Marge died? Right. What a fun episode.
But Marge died like 30 years from now, so she was older.
Well, that's the thing. She doesn't. It's not even she dies in 30 years. I know. How old are they? Really care. They're frozen at their current age. What is that current age?
I thought it was 35. I think we've been older.
So she lives till 70. That's still pretty young.
Fair enough.
What is she? Do you know what she dies of?
I don't know what she dies of.
Is it a broken heart? like Padme.
Isn't the voice actress for Marge Simpson like in her 70s at this point?
I mean, her voice is in her hundreds. It's just
yeah.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad that they keep making her do it.
Homer, please.
Hi. Oh my god, it's bad.
Right?
Because it must be so hard to do the voice normally. It must have just completely fucked up her vocal cords.
Yeah, it's probably just her voice at this point.
Yeah, she probably should have not.
I'll take a couple scratch tickets. Oh, you know who you sound like? I know, Marge Simpson. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Marge Simpson. I'm not talking like Marge Simpson.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Was there a new set of Jax figures revealed this week? Or did people start finding something? Maybe that was last week. I found Comic Book Guy and Ralph at Five Below. I picked those up for you because I already had a set.
I appreciate that.
I only see the
I
new
feel
ones
like Troy McClure. Yeah, we had Troy McClure.
Oh yeah,
Hockey Bart.
Okay, Hockey Bart, which is my favorite Bart they've done. I really like the look of that one. Mrs. Krabappel.
Yeah.
Which I was a little questionable on the face on that one.
I've been calling her Cranston.
There's one more. Who is it? Troy McClure. Bart.
The head scratcher. Bart.
Oh, is it Abe? I think it's Abe.
It's Abe.
We already have him. We already have him in 2.5, so now we're getting him in the 5-inch.
Right.
This line has quickly become my favorite line to collect because you can actually find it, which is great.
You can.
And now they're really starting to like get them out there. Like every time you go to Target, like maybe there'll be new figures there. That's all we ask for is that you put new toys out. We don't want a lot. We don't
need
expect
a chance. I need like a 2-week window where I have a solid chance of getting things. That's how distribution should work. And then if I miss out, I miss out. But I need.
Sure.
It shouldn't be like, oh, it's like a one and done situation. It needs to be like a solid 2 weeks or like even a month. If I had a month, I'd be good. That's asking for too much, though.
I always hate on forums or Facebook groups when people are like, "Oh, I finally found this." I was like, "Finally? You're like the first person to get it. What are you talking about? Like, if you found it at Ross, then you could be like, I finally found this. But if you're finding stuff in store, I don't want to hear finally. Like, what are you talking about? That just came out. You shouldn't even have that. It's probably street dated." Do you know who the Tiny Chef is?
I've seen Tiny Chef. I haven't seen all of Tiny Chef, though. But yeah, he's a cute little stop-motion puppet.
Yeah. He sort of looks like a doozer. So he's on.
Yeah,
he has a show. Here he is. Here's Tiny Chef. He's a little simple yarn friend. He started out doing just Instagram videos, so I knew him from the start. I'm a day one fan, and he has a little. I don't know if he even talked originally, but for the Nickelodeon show, they give him sort of like the Minions, how they talk. Like you can tell what he's saying, but like some of the words are not correct.
He has an M in front of. He has an M in front of everything.
Like Nickelodeon, yeah. But he's very cute, and does he cook? Like he does cooking tutorials, or is that just like the background for him to like interact with people? I don't even know what he does anymore.
I don't know.
I think he cooked originally. He cooked little meals, right? Like the food was little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiny food.
Okay. Yeah. He cooks tiny food, of course. So, anyways, he had a show on Nickelodeon. It did, it won some awards. It won an Emmy Award, I believe. And Nickelodeon canceled it this week. So the people behind Tiny Chef put out this video where the Tiny Chef gets a phone call from Nickelodeon, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? We're gonna do some more episodes." And they're like, "No, you canceled." And he's like, "Oh no, but what about all the people that work on this?" And, look, he breaks down.
He breaks down.
And he goes to his bed and he cries.
His little anchovy can bed.
Oh,
just reminds me of when they canceled Arrested Development after like season 2.
Mm-hmm.
After all the accolades it got, and then they were like, and then they brought it back, and it was garbage.
It was garbage. I still haven't watched that last season. Everybody hated each other by the end. So companies are the worst, and they just make decisions based on how much money things are making. And I guess, I don't know, maybe sponsors didn't want to sponsor Tiny Chef.
Well, I had read that it was based off of the merger between Paramount and Skydance. And they were like, nope, there's just no time for it.
What? I don't even understand.
Yeah.
Time?
There was like a corporate merger, and they were like, nope, we just can't allocate money and time to this property,
worst.
so
the worst.
We're cutting ties.
So obviously people, really feel for Tiny Chef, and they have given a lot of money to the makers of this, so they're just going to be able to go make their own Tiny Chef. Fuck you, Nickelodeon. Yeah, but that's the way it should be. Just go out there.
No one
and
needs to see this poor cute thing cry. I mean, it's
He's
just
so
sad that they were like, he is. You get to see the back of him.
Sad. He tries to go back to dusting his plant, and he just breaks down.
He can't do it.
He can't do it. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's so funny. I really was like, I was talking to you. I was like, should we do a bit where we were exclusive interview with Tiny Chef, and you just see like a thread hanging because he killed. He's just going like.
Couldn't do that to poor Tiny Chef.
Couldn't do that to poor Tiny Chef. They sell a Tiny Chef plush. I definitely need that now. What's the next gift giving holiday? I want to put that on my list right now. It's probably sold by Nickelodeon, though. They're not going to be allowed to sell it anymore. To go to eBay.
True.
Okay, I don't think I have a picture of this. Maybe I do. Here it is. So, G.I. Joe Classified, they did a fireman. Did that come out yet? The firefighter? It
hasn't come out yet. They
fire person?
Yes, the firefighter.
That's fine. That has not been pulled. But
no,
they were gonna do a cop, and quietly they have stopped talking about doing this figure. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, Yojo June is slowly coming to an end, and it really just kind of. I think I watched one video, and they're like, "This has been just very lackluster." For like the third week, they just had one digital render of some upcoming Night Force figures. This was a week 2 announcement, and then the pre-order was supposed to go up with several other figures, and this figure was not there. So
it's not there, yeah. So,
so not confirmed, postponed, but also not confirmed, canceled. I don't know. Might not.
Now's not the time. I don't know when a good time to make a cop figure is. My son would love this figure. He is big into the copaganda. He loves Paw Patrol, which is definitely copaganda. He loves to run around. He has a little cop outfit he got from Party City. He says, "Stop right there." He's got handcuffs. His kids love handcuffs. Think about My Pet Monster.
Oh,
the
whole
thing with that was you got those handcuffs. Handcuffs are very big with kids. I don't know why we love that, but we did. I still love either.
Handcuffs. It's like, I got the adult. I think it's all just a power dynamic. The adult is physically entrapped. Yeah.
Haha. I have the upper hand now. So this was like, I mean, we'll see if it comes out, but it's like way too realistic. You got the riot shield. You got the poncho. Right. He comes with a cup of coffee. Is this even Was this real?
He comes with coffee. Yeah, I saw it posted with the coffee, and then I said, "Oh wait, it says Joe on it."
Oh, it says Joe? That's cute. I appreciate that. Yeah. I was going to say, what did they write on there? It's like when those Starbucks people get fired for like writing something derogatory about a cop on there.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the loadout is crazy. It's like, can you carry all of this, sir?
I don't think he can. He's got gun. Is that a taser gun? I was thinking it was like a flare gun. Oh, this one's
a flare gun, but the one above it's a taser gun.
That's the flare gun. Yeah. And then he's got 2 actual guns. And there's a handcuff.
Right. Yeah,
2 heads, glasses. Oh man, this is a great figure, but
it is.
Not socially.
Hopefully, we see it someday. Hopefully, we see it someday.
Hopefully, or maybe not. Hopefully, can they just paint him orange? And he's like, like when you put an orange tip on the gun, like they'll just paint him orange.
Give his gloves.
Okay.
Yeah, just give his gloves. Make his gloves orange, and then they'll be fine.
Make his gloves orange. That's fine because he doesn't come with alternate hands, so he can't swap them out.
No,
there'd be no way.
Right.
There'd be no way. All right, that's good. Let me look at my list here, see what else we got. We went through it too quick today. Oh, we got to talk about this.
We went through all the hooks.
McDonald's. I don't know if I have a picture for it. I must have a picture for it.
You do. You scrolled by it.
You saw it? You saw it?
Yeah.
Where is it, though? Where is it? McDonald's is doing a Happy Meal. It's not mini brands, but it's their version of it. Where is it?
Keep going. You're almost there.
It's got to be here. I did things too early this week. There it is.
There it is.
So this is when it was posted and we weren't sure if it was real. Nobody could confirm it. I was like, oh, did somebody 3D print this? But no, it's legit. It's called Lil McDonald's. And it's all different stuff that you would find at a McDonald's, like a tray with French fries, the soda fountain, the drive-through, the kiosk.
The actual physical McDonald's is there.
The actual building, a Happy Meal, the Golden Arches sign with the marquee, a truck, a Happy Meal on a tray with a milk, maybe? What's this cube? This blue cube. Oh, it's a play place. Oh, it has words under it. I can see it. That's a weird one. Play place. So here's the thing. There's no consistent scaling to any of this because the play place is the same size as the Happy Meal box. Like that's kind of ridiculous. Right. Burger Grill. What else we got? Oh, the Boo Bucket. That's gonna be a big one. The Boo Bucket. That's really nice.
It's for all the people that don't have Etsy.
Gold Happy Meal box.
Go on. Like
I know they don't have Etsy or 3D
site.
printer.
They're like, I need this. This is my only means. This is grandma's means to get the tiny Boo Bucket.
Look at this in the corner. Just a reminder, this is confidential. Proprietary. Somebody risked it all to make sure that this could get announced a couple of days early. So obviously I need all
one
of these.
per?
You get one per, but I think that also comes in a mini Happy Meal box. Or at least the thing I saw. It looked like they got the Happy Meal box and it came in a paper. Also, they got, I think it's this one, the bottom right corner, that's like a wrapped hamburger, and their kid destroyed it because I think it's made of paper. I think the wrapper is actual paper.
Oh.
But that cannot be confirmed. I need to know, but there might be mixed media. On the mixed toys. Media? This is the one. No, it was the chicken nuggets, and that, like, the box is made of paper. It's not plastic. Or at least that's what, maybe it was a sticker. I don't know. I need to see these. I need to see all of these in my hand. I need to own all of these. I love them.
Just go in and steal the display. Be like, I'll buy the
That's
display.
what I need. I just want the display.
Give me
how much for the display?
I don't care about anything else. Oh,
how many are here?
Just call me when the promotion's over.
There's like how many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
21.
21. That's too many. That's too many Happy Meals.
It is. It's a lot of Happy Meals.
That's a lot of Happy Meals to eat in a month.
You better start joining. You better start joining the Little McDonald's group, or start the Little McDonald's Facebook swapping group.
I should just start it, and in order to join it, you have to send me one Little McDonald's.
Yep, of my choosing. You get Prima McDonald's Nocta or whatever it is. Give me
Prima Nocta. You get to
give me your first McDonald's
to all of the.
Give me your first McDonald's mini.
The wives of whatever that is. I didn't see Braveheart, but I saw the Office episode where they talk about that. So here's the thing. Here's the downside. I love that they're doing this. I love that it's a Happy Meal. I don't love that now the chances of them doing mini brands McDonald's is very low, because why would you do this and then do mini brands? Because although I've not been really collecting mini brands too much recently, I did during the sale before Christmas stock up on the KFC tubes. They had tubes of 3 balls for like a ridiculous price, so low. And today was rainy, so I opened up a bunch of them with the kids, and I love these little KFC ones. They're the best. The little 2 sides of chicken, there's an actual paper separating them. Here are some biscuits on a plate, and the biscuits are separate pieces on a nice little plate.
Biscuits. Nice.
And then here is a chicken sandwich. It comes in a bag. You take that out, and there's the chicken sandwich in the bag.
There goes the chicken sandwich.
There goes the chicken sandwich. So these are so well done. So I really want them to do a burger joint, Burger King, Wendy's, ideally McDonald's, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen now. It doesn't seem. Yeah. I bet Mini Brands was holding out for McDonald's. That's why they didn't partner up with another burger place. They're like, come on. It's made to be. It's meant to be. But it's not meant to be.
A reluctant relic. There it is.
What's that?
It's like a little Transformers cassette, but I don't know where it goes.
Oh.
It says Selectman Robo.
Is it an actual, one of Soundwave's cassettes, or it's just
generic? It might be. I don't know. I have to take a picture of it and let Google figure it out. Before I
Google do the work
turn it into a reluctant relic. And I'm like, here's a $30 relic.
No, see, you got to sell stuff, and then that's the bonus. You're not just selling it as a blind box.
I get it.
Yeah. Although that's not a bad idea. We'll do blind boxes of reluctant relics. Oh, that's kind of smart. That's kind of smart. Let's see how we can make that work. All right, I don't have a picture for this, but Ryan Ting, longtime member of Hasbro, the Marvel team, was let go this week. His position was eliminated.
Ooh.
So that, I mean, no one's safe at Hasbro.
No, at that point.
Someone from the Marvel team, like someone so prominent in all the streams, you know.
Yeah.
And Marvel, they had some rough times, but it's not their fault at all. It's like the properties just weren't toyetic, or they had to deal with the plastic-free packaging.
Right.
But other than the Ghost Rider HasLab, all the HasLabs did so well. Galactus, Sentinel. Is there another one or just the two?
Giant Man.
Giant Man, that's right. I forgot about Giant Man.
Everyone forgets about Giant Man.
You know, Hasbro's a big company, and you always have to remember the people you work for, it's not your family. Don't think it's your family. Don't think they're going to be like, oh, you've done good work for us, we're going to keep you around. No, it's all dollars and cents to these companies.
It is. They'll ditch you the moment they can.
Like, you make too much.
Go into work, looking over your shoulder.
Right. So it's like, you always got to think about what comes next. And that's why our friend, Mr. Stevie, it's always funny to me because if you follow him on Instagram, he has his own brand. He does like his own toy shows, and he sells T-shirts and stuff just to like keep that fandom going. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, you're like this really big time Hasbro employee over the Star Wars brand, the Marvel brand. Like, why are you like doing your own side gig? Totally get it now. Like, you got to make sure that you yourself are the brand, so that if you have to go out there and find work or just like exist independently, that's just the world we live in now. Like, you have to have all these safety nets because you never know when you're just going to be numbers on a spreadsheet. So, Ryan, if you'd like to come on and badmouth Hasbro, we would be more than happy to have you on. No, of course you would not do that because you are a professional. I'm sure you signed an NDA. But I know it just sucks because it's like, obviously you work in toys, you want to work in toys. It's not like he was someone that just, was in marketing and then ended up at Hasbro. He loves toys. This was his dream job. And, the dream doesn't die. It just changes. Maybe he'll go start his own company. Maybe he'll turn Super 7 around, like there's still good to be done. Thankfully, Hasbro is not the only show in town, any game in town.
Right.
So obviously we wish him well. We want all these people that do good work to be able to continue to do good work. I don't think that's too much to ask for, but that's where we're at right now. Let's see. Any other big things you want to talk about? We see the NECA Ben Cooper kids doing
another wave of Ben Cooper kids.
I like these.
Predator.
I just don't want. Again, they made the Predator. They chose the African American kid to be him, like the alien. I don't know. Seems a little weird, but whatever. There was something else. Oh, okay. So this is big news, not to me, but it seems like a big deal. Excuse me, big deal. Sonic the Hedgehog mashup with DC Comics, which I guess is like an actual something that's happening. Like there's some sort of media to support this. So is Sonic? I guess Sonic is the Flash because he runs. That makes sense. Knuckles is Superman. The Red, I guess that's good. Amy is Wonder Woman, and then I start to not know. Silver, I don't know who Silver is, but he's Green Lantern. That's fine. So they're doing pops, and then they're actually doing like actual action figures that are like pretty well articulated. And here's Darkseid, just as Darkseid. Like this is just
Darkseid.
Who's making these? Not McFarlane. This is Jazzwares?
Jax.
It's Jax.
Jazzwares.
That's right.
No, Jax. Yeah, it's Jax.
No, it is Jax. It is Jax. So Jax is making a Darkseid figure, and that's not a McFarlane figure. That's something. That's weird. That's real weird.
That's wild. Yeah.
I wonder how they swung that, because it's just straight up, it's an action figure. It's not a Sonic character dressed as Darkseid. It's not Dr. Robotnik. It's not
a paper cutout. My goodness.
It's not a paper cutout. It's a legit action figure.
Yeah.
So I guess these companies, like, whoever owns either Sonic and DC, they're just like, we want money. We don't care where it's coming from. Even if another company has the rights to make our action figures, like, we're just going to let them other companies do it. So we'll see what else can come from that. It's kind of interesting. There's a lot of, they really pushed hard on this release this week. There's Amy. And then it was a rough week to be a CM Punk fan. First of all, because of the toys. So here's a Funko Pop that is supposed to represent his big pipe bomb moment from his last run 10, 15 years ago. I just think the hair looks ridiculous. Like, it's supposed to be slicked back like an 80s, villain, but it looks so weird. I don't know. I really don't like it. People didn't seem to care as much. They're like, it's a Funko Pop. I was like, yeah, but Funko Pops are not like
I thought it was
old
John
Funko
Wick,
Pops.
to be honest with you.
Oh, I could see that too. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I thought that was
There's
John
only so
Wick.
much you can do. It's still a Funko Pop.
Sure.
But look at that jagged hairline. That's not what it would look like. It's supposed to be slicked back. Ridiculous. And then these are called Knuckle Crunchers. They're very small. It's like the kids line that Mattel always has. Look at this picture behind him. That is a very strange render of CM Punk.
Oh.
But if you know anything about CM Punk, he's got a lot of tattoos. I guess they didn't want to even try at this scale. They put him in a shirt, but they didn't even put any tattoos on his arms.
No,
they painted
giving you a magic marker. You do it yourself.
Armband. I guess you gotta do it yourself. And then CM Punk dressed up as John Cena, and he went to Saudi Arabia, even though he was, very adamant that other people should not do it. So it's a tough week. Tough week to be a CM Punk fan. Here's some Turtle Simpson figures that somebody made that I think are great.
Cute.
So I was saying that Mattel does these mashups like they did wrestling. They did WWE meets Ninja Turtles, and they had like Seth Rollins and turtle inspired gear. And I was like, I don't care about this at all. But if Jax could make Ninja Turtle versions of the Simpsons characters that looked like this, I would buy these in a heartbeat. Look at this. Homer as Rocksteady or Bebop, whatever. These are great. I think these look really fun. So if we're getting Sonic DC, we should be able to get Ninja Turtles, The Simpsons. That's all I'm saying. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. All right, that's probably fine. That's good. That's good, right?
That's everything. Yeah.
That's everything.
They don't all have to be an hour and a half.
They don't all have to be an hour and a half.
No.
It's hard when you weren't drunk enough.
I wasn't drunk enough.
You could get drunk real fast, and then we'll do the next 45 minutes.
Okay. No.
We're also a day late. We both got to work tomorrow, so that's what happened.
That's true. It was a day long worth of regret that day. I just can't. If it was last night, maybe. But
it was great though. It was fine. Well, right.
Not with work.
Today's not a good day for it. Thanks, Riverside.
And I'm sore from taking apart that play structure. I'm just tired.
That's true. Yeah. You should have taken the concrete with you. I feel like that was part of it.
I should have. All right. I left it.
All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say? We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.